Got to get the bike out and ride at a OHV park. Well, it's a forest, but they have OHV trails. And my actual first full day on the beta, I haven't even unloaded it yet. I just got back a little bit ago. Truck's a little dirty. But yeah, the beta did fantastic. Definitely a little bit of a learning curve. About probably my first 10 minutes. I ate it pretty hard. I came down off of a jump, and not a big jump, but they have the humps that they put across those trails to keep them from washing out. So they just turn into little jumps that we jump over. It was still cold on the bike. I wasn't warmed up yet. My fundamentals were, I wasn't even thinking about it. My knees weren't tight to the seat. You know, I was just kind of in a relaxed position. And I came down off of that. Whenever I landed, of course, guess what my right hand does? Like that. And it probably would have been okay had I not turned the power valve all the way out. So, stupid move on my part. For many of you that don't know, these two strokes have a power valve, which ultimately controls exhaust flow. And whenever they talk about the back in the day, it used to be the power band, right? When the pipe hits. So they're very tunable. The modern KTM's, they have a spring in there that you swap the spring, and that gives it essentially when the power comes on. These betas are really cool. They have that 5mm Allen key that you just essentially, to make it flush, the power comes on very early. And that's pretty much how people run it that are going to race the bike. They come with about 2 turns in, 1.5 to 2 turns in from the factory. I'd have to double check on the manual. I'm almost positive it's 2 turns in, but that's where I had it for my first video. So it felt good. I wasn't intimidated by the power. It is quick, but it wasn't uncontrollable. And let me tell you, folks, the difference between 2 turns in and flush, or 2 turns out, is massive. The power comes on so fast, and that's essentially what happened. So I haven't even seen the footage yet. My camera, I was going to record, you know, and all day and talk and you know, add to the impressions of the beta, and I didn't get to do any of that. So essentially what happened is, after I biffed it hard, you know, whenever I came down, whiskey throttled, it took me into a gorge. I nosedive into the gorge. My face bounces off the freaking handlebars, my helmet. I got a decent gash on my chin. And then I flew over, and then the bike kept going down into the weeds. But my hand stoved a little bit. My right hand, it's a little bit swollen, but it's not bad. It's just a little sore. Then I got a nick in my chin. But hey, the gear worked great. I can't really complain. I walked away from it, and you'll probably see in the footage. I was riding with my buddy Charles, and I told him I went down. And, you know, late after that, he heard me. He heard it. That two-stroke brap. And he knew, because we actually got, he bought a set of headsets off of Amazon, the knockoff Sena type headsets, and they paired great with the Sena. My Sena 10R had universal pairing as one of the features, and boom, they paired right up. Audio was a great quality. So heads up on that, guys. If you guys are out there, if your friends have a Sena and you're looking at some of those Amazon knockoffs, you can get one of them for $50, and I think it was 2 for 80 or 90, maybe 100, what Charles was saying. But they're obviously Chinese knockoffs, but they work really good, and they pair to the Sena. I was always under the impression that Sena had a proprietary pairing, but I think that's only for their HD audio. In any case, I'm getting completely sidetracked. So once I got up, I realized I wasn't injured. My adrenaline was pumping, and then Charles came back, and you know, we had the communicators on, so he was able, you know, I told him, I said, I went down, and he 180'd and came back and helped me fish my bike out. And what's the first thing we did? Turn the power valve in. Yeah. So I'm a noob, and that is probably the hardest crash I have had on a dirt bike in 25 years. So I haven't ridden dirt bikes a lot since I was younger. You know, whenever I was growing up, I was always on dirt bikes, and then I got out of them, you know, in my teenage years, and that was it. And I just didn't ride. And I mean, I'm 38 now, so, but it was a good first welcome to a 300 two-stroke crash. But you know, it's my own fault, guys. I mean, I knew that I wasn't ready for that power valve to be all the way out. I'm still working on my fundamentals. I shut my gas off. Still working on my fundamentals, and I should have known better. I just should have known better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the footage after this, and then that'll be it for the video. So at the end of the day, it was an awesome time, and I can't, I didn't get hurt. I didn't get injured. As I was saying, I'm really glad I didn't get injured. You know, I'm just thankful I get to get out there and do what I enjoy doing. I have that opportunity. So I got the bike all cleaned up, and it's back in the garage. So you know, it was a great day of riding. After that, we rode all day, and I had a blast. So that's what matters. All right, guys. Hope you all have a fantastic week. Get out there on two wheels. Keep the rubber side down. And without further ado, the footage of my short footage of the day that includes the crash. So take care, y'all. This is Accelerate, signing off.
Suspension is so plush on this thing, dude. Oh yeah! That's a big one. Yeah, it is. Yeah, night and day with that power valve turned out. Holy shit. It just hit so much faster. going down, Charles. Oh, I heard it. Oh, fuck. I heard a whiskey throttle. Yeah, fucking happened, sure shit. Woo! Holy shit, where is it? Did you take a shortcut?